this video. This is a factoring challenge. See if you can do this. This question was sent in by one of my viewers, and it's how do you factor x to the 8th power minus 256? Now pause the video if you're pretty good at factoring, you have a lot of practice, you want to give it a try. You're going to break it down into all of its prime factors. Let's see if you can do it. Now this is a deceptively simple looking expression, but the clue here is when you factor, there's a certain pattern that has been taught. Hopefully you'll recognize it. It's called the difference of perfect squares. Notice that x to the 8th can be written as something squared, and 256 can be written as something squared. And it's a plus minus pattern. So this might be a review for most of you, hopefully. Otherwise, I think you'll understand it. So this is actually a difference of perfect squares pattern. And what we're going to do is take the square root of x to the 8th, which is x to the 4th, because x to the 4th times x to the 4th gives you x to the 8th. And the square root of 256, which gives us 16 here and 16 here. And to make it work out, it's a plus minus pattern. That's called difference of perfect squares. Now it just so happens that here we can't factor that any further. Okay? The problem is the plus sign there. Now in this case we have a subtraction. That's once again a difference of perfect squares. So hopefully you recognize that we have to have x squared here and x squared here, and the 16 is broken up into a 4 times 4. Again, it's the square roots here that we're worried about. Now this is a perfect square, and that's a perfect square number, but we are adding them. No way to factor that, believe it or not. If you're subtracting them, you have a difference of perfect squares again. Now we can break this last group up into, do you know what it would be? Yep, hopefully you got x, x, 2, and 2, and don't forget it's plus minus. I'm going to follow the pattern here by putting the plus binomial first, followed by the subtraction binomial. Now let's see what our final answer is. So let's just kind of organize everything that we have, and we're going to have x to the 4th plus 16. That's my first binomial. Multiplied by x squared plus 4. And then I have x plus 2, x minus 2. Now believe it or not, if we multiply that all back together again, we would have a lot of terms drop out, and the simplified version would be this right here. Alright, so hopefully that was something that made sense to you, and that's the difference of perfect squares. Alright, viewers, keep sending me in some questions, and I love making the videos. Take care.